I'm J.R. Church. It's Tuesday, and I'm glad to be back. I think it's the 27th of April, and I had the day off yesterday. Gary took care of the broadcast. Did a great job, by the way, Gary.
Thank you.
I watched it last night. And Gary's with me today to talk about what's happening in the world. I want to just let you know that yesterday I had my first round of chemotherapy, and I've got a pump on right now that's pumping more chemo in for the 48 hours. So tomorrow afternoon at 3, I will go and have it taken out. And then 2 weeks, we start all over again. Well, they tell me that I'm going to lose all my hair this time, but hey, if I'm alive, I'm alive. I look a little thin. I'm down to 175 pounds. There's not much I can do about it. I eat a lot, keeping my appetite up, and taking some special appetite liquid, is supposed to really boost my appetite. I hope so. I'm sucking on a lot of ice cubes, try to keep my taste buds from cratering. Last time I had chemo, everything tasted like dirt, But, hey, I'm a trooper. I'm still here, and I'm praying that the Lord will come and take us out. And we don't know when, but we're looking for something to happen in the Middle East, some kind of blow up. And as I think it was Lester Orloff said, I want to go up before the blow up. I want to be in the go up before the blow up.
Oh, yeah.
So today's a wonderful day. You remember last Friday when I talked about the Pentagon disinviting Franklin Graham? Well, the president visited Billy and Franklin over the weekend at their home in Asheville. It's a good political move there, trying to smooth things over. But let me tell you, I said, you can't touch God's anointed. God will exact a payment from you. And also, Obama got really upset about Israel's television ads using the Nobel Prize winning author Elie Wiesel, who said that Jerusalem should not be connected to politics, that it was above politics. And so the president got really mad at that. And I wondered out loud on the program last Friday, what is God going to do to America this time? And the next day, 54 tornadoes swept across the midsection of the United States, wreaking havoc. And of course, innocent lives were lost. And of course, people are hurting. I realize that. But if you look back in the pages of the Old Testament, you'll find out that when David made a mistake and God said, you've got a choice. You can either let so many thousands of people die of disease, or you can do this, or you can do that. And listen, innocent people die in those judgments. That's God is no respecter of persons. And when the last tornado came through Oklahoma City back some years ago, it was an F5, and my son's home was blown away. So, it happens to good people and bad. What I'm saying is, God is making himself known. I'm convinced of this. I cannot tell you that is the judgment of God because of what Obama did. By the way, when the Pentagon said thanks but no thanks to Franklin Graham's invitation to come and speak, Obama is the commander-in-chief. Don't forget that. It's not limited to the Pentagon. It goes all the way to the White House, all right? So anyway, there's a lot going on today, and Gary here has the story about the volcanoes. Tell us about it.
Well, JR, the volcano is still in the news, and that's the Icelandic volcano. Some, in fact, linked that eruption to Gordon Brown's criticism of Israeli tourism.
Yes.
He criticized deeply the idea that Israel would claim Jerusalem as its capital. And it wasn't very many hours until this volcano blew in Iceland and crippled, and you all know the story, crippled air traffic in and out of Britain. That volcano is called the Island Mountain Glacier. Eyjafjallajökull is the Icelandic word. And Eyjafjallajökull is said to be just a little dress rehearsal for what may soon come. Eyjafjallajökull has a big sister called Katla, a giant volcanic caldera in Iceland that is threatening to explode, and it would be at least 10 times larger, JR, than the little one.
Whoa.
Katla.
Wow. What does Katla mean?
It means a female dragon.
Uh-oh.
So
The dragon is about to rear its ugly head.
now, the reason I bring this up is because of an article that I found in Pravda. That's a Russian newspaper. Everybody's heard about Pravda. Listen to this article. The book of Revelation, 8:11, speaks of killing large swaths of humanity, given the incapacity of authorities to protect people from influenza as they stood back and let it spread. What would happen if Katla spewed sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere? After all, sulfur dioxide plus H2O equals H2SO4. That's sulfuric acid, by the way. And then they quote this. The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 11, declares the star is called wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died because the waters became bitter. And then they quote what they call the People's New Testament in Russian, which is translated here into English. And it says, the third part of the waters became wormwood. In some way, the rivers will be scenes of malign influence. They shall become bitterness and scenes of death. And this article, I could read the rest of it, but you get the idea. Here, an author writing in a Russian newspaper is saying, could Revelation be that far off? Could the waters become wormwood if Katla erupts? Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. That would be a super volcano.
It would be a super volcano that could be so powerful that it would obscure the skies of Europe, particularly Northern Europe, England, and across Finland, Sweden, all the way to Russia.
And what would it do to the crops?
It would stop the crops from growing.
Cold summer?
It would be a cold summer. It would be a sunless summer. And it would wreak havoc. Of course, no airplanes would be able to fly. It would wreak havoc with travel and transportation, not to mention agriculture, electrical generation, solar power stations. Who knows what it would do to the winds and weather?
Would the sulfuric acid kill people?
It would. It could, depending on the solution that happened to precipitate. But in fact, it's well known that in large volcanic eruptions, acid rain, very, very sharp acid rain, falls over large areas. And this volcano Katla would be a highly sulfuric volcano and would spew sulfur particles all the way up into the upper atmosphere. So it would be a nasty situation.
Amazing. Amazing.
And JR, people are looking, people are watching. Sometimes we've been criticized for trying to find God's hand in every little thing that happens on planet Earth. But this is Pravda.
Yeah.
This is not prophecy in the news magazine.
Yeah.
This is Pravda.
Well, that's a fascinating story. Fascinating that people are thinking about the end times. I'm J.R. Church with Gary Stearman. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.